in honor of the live-action version of How to Train Your Dragon coming out this summer, I will be doing a review on the animation How to Train Your Dragon. But first, before we get into my review, let's recap on the actual story of How to Train Your Dragon. The story starts with Hiccup, a boy who lives in a small town who is considerably weak compared to his peers. His dad is a Viking and hunts dragons for a living. While learning how to slay dragons like his father, he meets Night Fury, better known as Toothless, and they start forming a friendship. His friends in the village start to get suspicious of this friendship, so they start investigating Hiccup. They find out that him and Toothless have been hanging out every single day, and Hiccup reveals that there's a special hangout with the dragons. So his father decides to go there and defeat all the dragons. But he ends up almost dying because of the big dragon, deciding to come out and destroy him. But Hiccup decides to save the day by saving his friend Toothless and his father. So now he loses a leg because of his victory. And because of his victory, the village starts to get well acquainted with all the dragons. And that's how the movie ends. That has been the summary of the movie. Now I will give it my review. I give this movie an 8 out of 10 because it's so simple but so moving at the same time. There's so much depth to the characters in this movie, and there's also a lot of character development that goes on within the movie as well. Things that I wish were improved in the movie was more backstory on the dragon's hangout. Why did they have to sacrifice all their food to the big dragon? How did they even find the hangout? I guess we'll never know. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's talk about the voice actors for a second. I give my applause to everybody in the cast, because they all did a very good job displaying their characters as they were all very cartoony and unique. But I've especially given my applause to America Ferrera, who plays Astrid. The way she gives just so much emotion to the character compared to anybody else. Like Hiccup, he barely gave any emotion, let's be real. All of his lines were flat, and I didn't really like the voice acting for that part. But for Astrid, I wasn't disappointed for even 1 second. She did a very good job portraying Astrid. This has been Celine Wilson, and this has been my review on How to Train Your Dragon.